Welcome to Protea Weekly. My name is Zane Stevens. I'm the founder of Protea Financial. And this week we're not live. I'm recording this on Monday, October 21st. It'll be released on our YouTube channel on Tuesday the 22nd, normal time, 10 a.m. Pacific. And it's a really exciting reason that I won't be live, and that is because I will be together with my US team. All 8 of us will be together in our office, spending some time together, discussing a lot of good topics, having a little bit of fun, and just hanging out. It's our annual get-together, which we're having here in Nevada, all 8 of us getting together just to connect, learn, listen, and figure out ways to sort of plan strategically for next year, how we can improve as a group, and how we can better serve our clients. It's a really important get-together that we take very seriously. We have it once a year in October. So I think a third annual one. It's really something I look forward to, and I've been very, very pleased with the outcome of the sessions, and I'm looking forward to Tuesday and Wednesday get-togethers, though I do start tonight by grabbing dinner with our 2 team members that do not live in California, that being Wiley Warner and Jose Portillo. They're both flown in over the past weekend, and we're going to grab dinner tonight before meeting with the full team tomorrow. So a lot of excitement over the next couple of days. It's just a really busy schedule that I have at the moment. I won't be live next week either. I'll probably record on Friday because next week I'll be at Intuit Connect. Myself and Megan Nelms from our office will be flying through to Vegas. She's coming up on the Sunday. I'll be flying in on the Monday for a little bit of learning, a big focus in on technology, and just sort of an opportunity to find new solutions for Protea that can help our clients. Megan and I will go live the week after that, which is the first show in November, to just discuss what happened at this conference, our thoughts, and if anything, tell you about our favorite sessions we attended, as well as our favorite technology provider and what we thought about them and the way we'll be moving forward with those providers, especially if it requires any testing. So again, super busy the next 2 weeks, 2 non-live versions and then a live episode in the beginning of November to discuss Intuit Connect. Very, very exciting. Add to that, I'm also, I'm presenting at my very first accounting conference this week. I'll talk about the power of niche when it comes to operational workflow efficiencies. Protea are very focused on the wine industry, and we've seen a ton of improvement in efficiency build because of our niche in the wine industry. So I will be sharing that at my conference this week, which is the Financial Sense Conference. So that will be very good. A lot of great speakers. If you haven't registered for that, check it out. Not to be missed. Deep breath, right? We've covered a lot already, and we're only 3 minutes into this. I did come into this episode going, what do I want to talk about? And I had 3 or 4 topics that I thought were really important. The one was going to be about 1099s. Thought that would be a little bit boring, especially for a recorded episode. So we'll get back to that one, probably do it the second week of November. We'll just discuss 1099s as well as discuss processes to improve your ability to get W-9s in before making payments, which is always important. It makes the 1099 process a lot simpler. The other one was about a post that I put on LinkedIn, asked about what do you call these services. Lots of discussions going in there, especially one of my favorites was a comment about tomato versus tomato, and really make your own decisions over there. Maybe you want to come back to that one, but I didn't feel like the timing was too great to talk about it. Maybe I'll share some additional thoughts on LinkedIn, and that'll build into a podcast episode in a couple of weeks' time. So one that I did think that would be worthwhile talking to, because I think it is very timely, is Dominic Piscopo had Tony Wilson on his podcast, Big Four Transparency. And I've had both of these gentlemen on my podcast, Protea Conversations. Tony and I have done some additional conversations where we've spoke about different parts of the industry together on this channel. And it was a very interesting episode because what they touch on is, yes, there is a pipeline issue in accounting. How do we fix it? And how do we remind people, especially those who are trying to decide if accounting is the right way to go for them, that public accounting accounting is not the only path that you can take if you have an accounting qualification. And I thought that was pretty intriguing. As somebody that started in public accounting myself, I see how that can feel like their only route. Now in South Africa, it is a big part of it, right? When I was, going through the system, you needed to go do what they called articles, your traineeship, at a CPA firm, at an audit firm, as we would speak about in South Africa. So you would have to do your time in audit, as well as get some core competencies while you pass your board examinations before you get signed off as a chartered accountant. For a lot of people in the US, they feel the same route. I need to go the public accounting way and either get into audit or into tax, to earn my stripes before I become a CPA. And yes, that is a great way to get in. It is a great way to learn. You'll learn a lot from public accounting. Yes, you'll work long hours. You'll probably get underpaid. Yes, there's a lot of issues in that space. I'm not here to discuss that, and I'm not just here to discuss how to fix that. That is people that are a lot smarter than me. I will touch on some of my thoughts on it, but we're not going to go too much detail. What I do want to focus in on is if you're thinking about going into the accounting space, I want you to remember that once you have that professional qualification, you are not tied to a public accounting world. In the same breath, you can start in public accounting, leave public accounting, and come back to public accounting. That's okay. What I think is really important for people to understand is it doesn't matter what you study or what route you decide to go, at the end of the day, this is about you, this is your career, and you need to do what you believe is best for you. Let me say that again. This is your career, this is your path, and you should do what is best for you. If you feel like accounting is a great place to go, which I think you should, and I'll tell you why, but if you do think it is the right path for you, make your own career. I recommend doing some public accounting. It is a great place to earn your stripes, a great place to learn the basics, get a bunch of education that you can't get out in the public place because the CPA firms want you to be educated. It's a great way to learn the basics, learn how to work under pressure. It's a way to work, learn what you love and what you don't love. Then go find what you truly love. One of the big things when I was coming out of high school into the accounting world, I honestly went into it going, I have no idea what accounting for chartered accountants is. I have no idea what a chartered accountant is. The same way I think a lot of people don't really know what a CPA is. They probably just think, oh, a CPA is somebody who does taxes. Not quite true, right? At the end of the day, chartered accountant, CPA, whatever other professional qualification you have, it is just that. It's a professional qualification. It's a qualification that shows people that you have competencies. You have competencies in the accounting world. For a lot of people in the know, it also means you're a hard worker, you're dedicated, and you have the ability to maintain a bunch of information in your head. So as much as it's just showing competency in accounting, it is showing a work ethic because it isn't easy to get. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and you have to, really put yourself out there. It's not easy. But when I came into the qualification, one of the big things that really sold me when I was getting into it, because I was thinking, maybe I'll change, maybe I'll go become a teacher if this doesn't work out, all of that. But back in this day, and I finished high school in 2002, so we're talking 2003, 4, 5, 6, the professional bodies then were not talking about become a chartered accountant to become a tax partner. They weren't talking about becoming a chartered accountant to become an audit partner. What they were telling us was become a chartered accountant because it sets you up for success, the sky's your limit, and it sets you up to be a business leader. They were telling me if I got that qualification, I could go any route I wanted to. I could become as successful as I wanted to be and use the grounding, the foundation that professional qualification set up for me to be successful. Now, that was great. And I believed them. And I believed them because the people they were getting to put up on their ads or to talk to us were CEOs of big businesses, COOs of big businesses, very successful entrepreneurs. What they weren't doing is bringing tax and audit partners in front of us to say, be like us. because that does not work. There's a perceived image that tax and audit partners are boring. And not all of them are. There's some really cool guys and girls out there that are tax and audit partners. A lot of people doing crazy things in their spare time. But if you told me you can be just like this tax partner, don't give him an opportunity to talk, I'd be like, boring, don't want to do that. Maybe I'll find a different career. But you put a CEO of a major business in front of me, whoa. I straight away think success, money, happiness. Now, it could be naive, right? I was 19, 20 years old. So yes, they were selling me a lifestyle. They're selling me a story. They're telling me something I could be anything I wanted to be. And I didn't know any better, but it sucked me in. It got me excited. And I think that type of process, that side of tactic, that marketing angle could probably help the recruitment that everybody's trying to have for the accounting industry right now. Because if you get 10 people excited to do accounting, some of them will stay in public accounting and solve that bottleneck problem, that shortage that we have. But we have to sell success. We have to stop selling accounting. People want to be successful. They don't want to be a tax partner. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a tax partner. It's a great career. I know a ton of great tax partners. They're amazing people. They're interesting people. But when you're 19 years old, or, let's even drop back to high school time, like 17, 18 years old, all you're thinking about is your parents' tax provider. And that probably doesn't look that exciting. So we can't be selling that image. We have to be selling success. Now it comes back to the whole story, right? We're trying to keep people in the accounting space, but we're limiting our thoughts and expectations what accountants are. Personally, like I said, I started at KPMG in audit. That's where I started my career. That's where everybody had to start their career. Now, I was very lucky. I got into a top big four firm in a small town, Port Elizabeth, not a very big city. And I had a lot of the big firm experience, but at the same time, I had some smaller firm experience as well, running projects by myself in my first year. Lots of responsibility, messy work, but gave me self-pride, got me motivated, kept me thinking success is on the way. What I quickly realized while I was working with them is that I don't just have to stay in audit. They gave me a chance in tax. Quickly realized that's not for me. Learning a bunch of legislation, not great. Don't like the idea of it. Moved me on from that one. I tried internal audit. That was pretty exciting. Going into big businesses, looking how their processes work, changing things, setting things up for success. It was fun. But I also got opportunities in consulting, and that was super exciting. All of a sudden, me and a client, one-on-one, having conversations, taking information, running numbers, giving them scenarios, planning, helping them try be successful. Wow, this was exciting stuff. Really exciting stuff. I went then into what they called accounting improvement, CAS practice at the end of the day. Pretty boring government job. Sat in an accounts payable department. Was getting billed out, so I just had to be there. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but it did give me an insight into what it would be like to be an accountant within a company. That was pretty interesting. Very different from the work that I'm being. Now it's also my responsibility. I'm in there. I'm responsible for the day-to-day. I'm reporting to people above me. Very interesting. I can also see, hey, there's a path here. I could become a CEO, a CFO. Ooh, maybe even one day if I work hard enough, I could be a CEO. That was interesting. Made another move at the end of my fourth year at KPMG, joined their IT team, where I did mostly IT general control audits. Really interesting. Saw a different world. Very tech box industry. Maybe not the most exciting portion of it, but also got to see the consulting side of it, when we went in and helped people make improvements in their systems to protect their information, protect their clients' data. That was exciting. While waiting for a contract from KPMG, which I didn't think was coming, I interviewed for a couple of positions, and off I went. Decided to take a job to go work for a company that was part of a listed entity. Pretty exciting. Started a position called a management accountant. I had no idea what that meant. Really what it meant is that I would live in two worlds. I would handle the financial accounting of the business unit I ran, And I'd also have an operational role, working directly with the general manager, sitting in sales meetings, planning inventory, doing counts, seeing both sides of the world, giving me the opportunity at that point in time as an accountant to either run the operationals route or run the accounting route. Both were exciting. I really loved the operational side. Really good at that. I could really think 10 steps ahead, think like a business person. I had great mentorship, so that was great, but I really loved it. But then I got an opportunity. Hey, your boss is leaving. Would you like to apply for the job? Of course I would. Now all of a sudden, I'm in a one step away from the CFO role. Yes, Director of Finance in the US, you would call it. I think my real title was Group Management Accountant. I don't know what it was. But basically, I had a financial tax guy reporting to me, HR reporting to me. I had the whole accounting team reporting to me from different roles, all those management accountants that I used to be reporting to me. I had general managers in my office all the time. All of a sudden, I became the center of all the business world of getting information, making sure things get approved, budgets in place, and running forward. Super, super exciting. I could see a path to CFO. Amazing. If I could become CFO of this listed company, I could move on to the next career. That would be amazing. Got a curveball. My wife got offered a job in the US. Off we went. I was still an accountant, but I was also a house husband for a few months. First job I took up, what did I do? FP&A, financial planning and analysis, building models, comparing actuals to those models to see how we're doing. Pretty interesting. That only lasted a few months because then we decided, hey, we really need accounting services. Zane, can you do that? Of course. Yeah, we go. And I had another opportunity to change careers again, change my path. I've zigged left, turned right. Things have changed multiple times for me. All of a sudden, I'm an entrepreneur. What the heck? My accounting qualification allowed me to own my own business, make decisions, run businesses, and help other people be successful. All of this because I decided to study accounting. I struggle to see how I would have had all these opportunities, these changes in my career without having that basis of a good accounting qualification that turned into professional qualification and the excitement that my professional body put into me, telling me I can be whatever I want to be. Now, some shout out should go to my mom because she told me the same thing. You can be whoever you want to be. I always had that in mind. So when the professional body pushed the same message, that excited me. And I ran with it. I can be whatever I want to be. I believe I've been able to be successful because of those grounding that I have. Those two great accounting qualifications plus my professional qualification, as well as tons of really good mentorship along the way. I fell into a lot of good opportunities and I grabbed them with both my hands. If I gave up on Protea today, let's say I said, you know what, the team can run this without me. Or if I wanted to go and sell the business tomorrow, I have the world in front of me on what opportunities I could do. I could go do something totally outside of accounting. I could reach out to the CPA firms and see if I could come in as a consultant. I feel like I'd get a couple of offers there. I could start another CAS practice, or I could start another business outside of this space. And that's just me thinking, small-minded right now because I haven't thought about what I'll do after Protea because I plan to be here for at least another 10 years. But I would have a ton of opportunities. And a lot of that is hard work and dedication and my own motivation to be driven and be successful. But a lot of that is as well is that I've got a good education. And that education comes from accounting. My education in accounting didn't just teach me accounting, it taught me about business. It taught me about thinking outside of the thin and narrow. It did make me really risk adverse because that's what accounting qualifications do. But I feel like that's benefited me a lot in my business. Sure, I'm not some tech billionaire, but I'm also not a tech bank. I'm a true believer that in my accounting qualifications set me up for success. And if you're a young person considering accounting qualification, go and do it. I truly believe that the accounting qualifications open up tons of doors in front of you. And then it's up to you to decide which one you're going to pick and run with it. And what it shows from my career is that even once you open door number 1, you don't have to stay there. You can pivot to door number 10, door number 7. You can move around. And at the end of the day, you can come back to door number 1. Door number one being public accounting. I think you should start your career in public accounting, but each person individually needs to decide if that's where they'll end their career, or even just spend the majority of their career there. There are a lot of benefits in going public accounting. I learned a ton. I got put in front of a lot of great people and a lot of amazing opportunities. All of those people and opportunities set me up for future success. I am a big believer in public accounting, but I am showing you I spent 4 years there, and then I went my own path, made my own decisions, took my opportunities in front of me. Just because you start in public accounting does not mean you need to end there. But what I can tell you, an accounting degree is a fantastic degree, and if you go forward with it, it will open up opportunities. You can become that entrepreneur, you can become that COO, you can become that CEO. The accounting qualification will take you to success. I hope this helps some young people out there make a decision. If you're even contemplating accounting, go for it. If you're not sure what you want to do, take an accounting course. You will not regret it. Because it doesn't matter where you go in your career, Accounting 101 will make a big difference because the ability to read a set of financials will set you apart from the rest. Accounting is more than just a qualification. It is a business skill, and it will help you in the long term. I'm a big believer in the accounting space. I have a lot of faith in the accounting space. And now is the opportunity to jump on the accounting bandwagon for long-term success. Until next week, be kind. Goodbye.